Hi YouTube, this is Lisa and Toni Ann.
Hello.
Hi, so Toni Ann is joining me for 40 Plus Buff, and she is going to host a couple of features on skin, nails, hands, being beautiful, and just fantastic at 40 Plus. So I'm just going to introduce Toni because I want you to take a look at her skin, take a look at her. It's up to her if she's going to tell you her age.
I'm not. But I will admit to being over 40.
She's over 40.
That's as far as I'll go.
That's it. That's it.
But if you buy my book, Vibrating Youth, this is a little cover of the picture of the book cover. You can get it on Kindle for Amazon.com. I do tell my age in the book.
Okay. She tells her age in the book, but I'm going to tell you guys something. The book is absolutely fantastic. It has a lot of information that we're going to host a bunch of different segments on. She's been gracious enough to, let us into her kitchen and her little cupboard to get a lot of beauty secrets. So we're going to talk about those things, but I want you to take a look at her skin, at her hair, and just see that beauty is like something you continue to have if you take good care of yourself. She has a fantastic body. I'm sitting right next to her, so
so do you.
Yeah, thanks.
Trying to look like you.
So one of the things we're just going to start with is just talk about just like some basic things that you do, and what I'd like you to do for the later segments is just really kind of isolate those body parts and kind of talk about how you take care of yourself. So.
Well, let's start with skin. Okay. So I would like to recommend just some things that you can eat and not eat that will help your skin. So one that comes to mind is really reducing sugar, because sugar ages the skin, especially white sugar. But all sugar can be detrimental to skin. If your goal is anti-aging and to stay youthful, you want to minimize the amount of sugar that you eat. One thing that I found recently that's really, really helpful is gelatin.
Oh yeah, this is a great recipe.
You can use Knox gelatin, and you just, what I do, now I used to mix it in yogurt, but now lately what I've been doing is melting it down in my morning drink. So I drink green tea in the morning. So you put a packet of unflavored gelatin in a cup with some cold water, a little bit of cold water, mix it up, and then add your hot water and then your tea and whatever you use, if you want to put some lemon or a little honey or something in it. And you don't feel the consistency of the gelatin. It doesn't really feel any different or taste any different from your regular morning drink. But the gelatin has been excellent, and that I did not put in the book because I found that out later. Yeah, so I'm going to update the book, and probably right now it's only for Kindle, but when I publish a hard copy of the book, I'm going to include that as a tip, because that's been amazing. I mean, there's other things that I do that are in the book, like the skin brushing, and so maybe we'll demonstrate that a little bit later.
We're going to demo skin brushing.
Yeah, but what I mean by skin brushing is I take, and I got this tip from my mother, which is in the book, a regular toothbrush, and I first put cleanser on my face, then a little cleanser on the toothbrush, and I scrub my face and exfoliate just about every day, sometimes twice a day. As I've gotten older, I do it more and more, but I work against the fine lines, and I really don't have, I don't have many lines because I do this, and I've done this
I'm
for
sitting
a really
right
long
next
time.
to her. Her skin is flawless.
So my skin is pretty much the same, I would say, as it was in my 20s, maybe a little bit drier and a little more like, but
I've known her since her 20s. This is definitely the same face. She looks like a teenager. You think I'm sitting next to a teenager?
Oh, well, that's very sweet.
No.
But so I do the skin brushing, and we'll show that later. And then the other thing is that I also learned from my mother is taking fish oil. And fish oil capsules basically lubricate your skin from within. So you can use fish oil or flaxseed or both. So every day I take the gelatin every morning, 1 pack of unflavored gelatin. I take 3 fish oil capsules a day. So I space them out. I take 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening. I do the face brushing. I moisturize. I use a variety of different things. But what I use most is coconut oil. what is it called? Extra virgin.
Yeah.
Coconut oil. The brand I use is Nutiva, and I use that. I use it morning and night. Some days I'll do something different. Like I might use, if I find a night cream that I really like a lot, I might, sometimes mix it up and use that instead of the coconut oil. And one tip that this is in the book, but I read this. I was at the nail salon and I was just reading a girly magazine, and this woman said her mother told her to keep her night cream on the back of the toilet, so that when she got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, she did an extra application. So that way she was moisturizing 3 times a day rather than twice. And I love that tip. And I tried it. I don't always do that. I don't always remember, but I try to do that sometimes too. So that's another one. So what else can I say about skin is protect your skin from the sun. So I wear hats. We have like all these crazy hats here, but I wear hats every day. I do not even go out into my backyard for 5 seconds without a hat. I mean, I am really, really diligent.
Are you guys listening? Wear a hat.
Wearing hats and sunscreen, and always 30 SPF or higher.
Yeah.
So always wearing sunscreen and hats. And your nutrition. I mean, you can't expect to drink lots of alcohol or smoke or eat sugary, bad foods and have good skin. It's just, you really are what you eat. I mean, what you eat is like going into your bloodstream and it's going to your cells. And so you want your nutrition to be the best that it can be. I mean, you don't have to be a fanatic and not ever eat anything good, but you do have to be consistent with, every day trying to give yourself the best nutrition, and you're just going to look better for it. So a lot of high water foods like fruits, vegetables, and rather, I believe, or what works better for me rather than like flour and breads is like whole grains, so oatmeal, brown rice, quinoa. There's a bunch of different barley. I mean, but what I basically eat is brown rice, oatmeal, and quinoa. Those are kind of the staples of my diet. But you don't have to limit yourself to those. You can, do whatever. But try to eat more whole grains than cakes and breads and stuff. So I don't really eat sandwiches anymore.
And you don't need pizza. I know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's unfortunate, but but I do find like I've grown to love healthy foods. Like, I think back in my 20s, I did eat pizza and I craved stuff that was bad for you, and I ate gallons of diet soda and stuff, which I don't believe in anymore, even though you may get a little bit of a benefit in the calorie reduction. Soda is just nothing but chemicals. I mean, it's not like, I think about like, what am I feeding my cells? What's going into my blood? I don't want a bunch of, like a list of things like that I can't pronounce. I don't even know what they are, like going into my body. I try to eat clean. Yeah. So I do, I did like all that stuff, but as I've sort of progressed and gotten older and older, and I'm 40 plus, I've just sort of retrained myself to like things that are better for me. And so when I see like a meal that's like got, vibrant colors, like, red tomatoes and greens and purple or like red onions, like things that are just all filled with colors, like it kind of gives me a little buzz. And, I could also be equally as excited about like a chocolate cake filled with sugar and, because I love chocolate, but I've just sort of trained myself to be happy eating things that are good for me. And so I, rather than eating the stuff that I used to eat like literally like boatloads of frozen yogurt. In my 20s, I went through phases where all I ate was frozen yogurt. I used to get on the bus. I lived in New York. I used to get on the crosstown bus at 23rd Street in Lexington and ride to 8th Avenue, and every day get coffee, Haagen-Dazs, frozen yogurt. It was near my gym. And I lived on that. And like then wondered why why I didn't look good. Like, I thought, but this is healthy. It's frozen yogurt. But it was just like, just, sugar and milk stuff and chemicals.
Yeah.
Not to bash Haagen-Dazs frozen yogurt, because it's really good, but
we're not Haagen-Dazs haters,
right?
But
you have to eat a variety of foods, and I just didn't understand how to eat properly when I was in my 20s. So I guess I've covered, skin, the skincare, also what you put on in your body, and then what you use on your face, and the brushing, it not only does it exfoliate, but it also brings the blood to the surface. So if you're eating healthy foods, so if I'm eating gelatin and it's gotten into my bloodstream and I scrub my face, the blood sort of rushes to the surface of the skin, because it's sort of like, well, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, it sort of rushes there, and so you flush, but then you're bringing that blood and nutrients to your skin, and so you're feeding your skin in another way. So I guess, I don't know. Have I covered it with
we're gonna come back, because there's so much in the book. Okay, it's Toni Ann, Vibrating Youth. This is our mini book. Okay, I'm going to put a link to the book in the bottom comment box, so just click on it. Also, you can get the free app so that you can download
for the Kindle. If you don't have a Kindle but you want to read the book, you Google free Kindle apps, and it'll take you to a link where you can download an app for your computer, and it's awesome. I didn't have a Kindle when I did the book. But I have a Mac, and you can get a free Kindle app for a Mac or a PC or an iPhone or an iPad. A bunch of different ways that you can do it. And when you download the Kindle app, it'll open up on your computer, and it'll allow you to read the document as if it's a book. So as you click the arrows, it's like the pages, it brings up a new page, but the format that it's in is a little bit easier on the eyes than a regular, like a Microsoft Word document. So they do something with the lighting so that it looks like you're actually reading a book. Okay. And the great thing about downloading the free Kindle apps is you can get other books. You can get free Kindle. There's free Kindle books available. So,
but we're getting Vibrating Youth.
Yes, my book.
So join us. We're going to have a lot of segments with Toni Ann, so come back. Thanks for tuning in. And this is Lisa and Toni Ann for 40 Plus Above, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.